Find a nice, comfortable seated position. You can grab a pillow around your house to help prop you up a little bit. You want your hip flexors to be relaxed so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. Oftentimes, having our hips higher than our knees helps our hip flexors relax. So if you have a pillow, and gently rock from one side to the other. You can move in a circle. Define your center, whatever that means to you this morning. And then come to a little, your seat, your still seat. You can close your eyes. You can place one foot on top of the other for a half lotus. And be mindful of which leg you choose to put on top first. And close your eyes. And begin to notice your breath. Notice how when you bring your attention to your breath, it may change. Bring your attention to the back of your body. As you inhale, feel the back of your rib cage lift off your hips, creating more space in your lower back. As you exhale, exhale through the nose, closing off the back of your throat. This help builds heat and creates focus. It also helps slow down our breath. Inhale, expand the back of the rib cage. Exhale through the nose. Let the shoulders melt down the back. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Now we inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice any changes in your body. When we exhale longer than the inhale, it helps calm down our parasympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight. And while you're here, option to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly button. And as you inhale, feel your belly button press against your palm. And as you exhale, feel the belly button move to the back wall of the spine. Try to minimize any movement in the shoulders and the chest as you inhale and exhale. Let the most of the moving of your breath come from your diaphragm, so your belly expanding and contracting. And while you're here, read a quote for our class today, and that might offer you some inspiration for your intention. Space permeates everything. Things happen to us all the time that open up the space. This spaciousness, this wide open, unbiased, unprejudiced space is inexpressibly and fundamentally good and sound. It's like the sky. Whenever you're in a hot spot or feeling uncomfortable, whenever you're caught up and don't know what to do, you can find some place where you can go and look at the sky and experience some freshness, free of hope and fear, free of bias and prejudice, just completely open. And this is accessible to us all the time. Space permeates everything, every moment of our lives. Take what resonates with you and let go of whatever doesn't serve you in this moment. I invite you the intention of openness if you didn't come with your own today. Openness to experience whatever arises in your body during this class or your mind. Allowing whatever expressions your body has to offer you today to happen. Inhale through the nose, exhale side out, reach the arms out to the side. Reach as high as you can, allow the shoulders to come up to the ears, and then press down. You can flex your hands out to the side to feel a little stretch in your fingers on the way down. Inhale, reach up, all the way, shoulders to the ears, and down. Inhale, reach up, this time interlace your hands, index finger points up. Inhale, exhale, curl forward. Inhale, open and arch slightly. Exhale, curl. Inhale, up and open the chest. Exhale, curl. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, curl. Come all the way up. Allow the elbows to bend. Bring the hands interlaced behind the head. Drop the chin to the chest. And let the weight of the arms let your torso curl. And breathe into any space where you feel tension in your back. Breathe into those places. And what I mean by breathing into them is imagine as you inhale that you can send your breath there. And you can rock from one side to the other. And then gently roll the way up. Arms come to the side. Reach out in front of you, inch your fingertips away. And rest your forehead in any way that you can. If you have a book or a shoe box, or you can use two fists to stack them to help release any tension in the back of the neck. From here, walk your fingertips to the right side of your body towards the knee, but keep both shoulders facing down, facing the mat. Keep breathing from your diaphragm here. And then stack the shoulders, left shoulder on top of the right. Send the gaze down or up and over, looking at your fingertips. Either option. Inhale, exhale, come all the way back up and switch whichever foot was on top or in front. So now I bring my left foot on top. Notice the difference between the right and left side of your torso. Inhale, reach up. Shoulders to the ears. Interlace the hands. Draw the pinky to the back wall. Squeeze the biceps against the ears. And when you squeeze, feel the energy initiate from your pelvis beneath your belly button, all the way up to the crown of your head, shooting out energy and receiving energy in a cycle. Arms come down, reach forward. Same thing, use your fists to stack and rest your forehead or your hands, or keep the reach forward as your forehead comes to the mat. Inhale, inch your hands towards your left side. As you inhale, feel the right side of your body expanding with every breath and going deeper into your fullest expression in this moment. Then walk all the way to the left. Reach the right arm up, stack the shoulders, send the gaze down or up and over to your fingertips. As I gaze up to my fingertips, I feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of my neck as well. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, walk your hands behind your back slightly. Roll the shoulders open, open the chest, send the gaze to the belly button. And then you squeeze your glutes, squeeze your butt cheeks, and in diagonals, you send your knees down. So squeeze, send your knees down by lifting your hips up. Gaze to your belly button. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Release the feet. Place the feet flat on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips up. Reverse tabletop. Gaze to your belly button, or you can let your head go if this feels all right for you. Keep the glutes squeezing. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Option to do reverse tabletop again, or try reverse plank. Extend your legs out long. Keep your thighs squeezing together. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips up. Gaze to your belly button, or let your head go. Breathe here. One more breath. pelvis down and let your torso fall over, not trying to get anywhere, just allow it to naturally fall wherever you are. And roll back up, and we'll meet on all fours. Check back in with yourself, check back in with your intention. Notice your breath. Spread all 10 fingers into the mat. And focus on pressing that little squishy part between your thumb and your index finger into the mat. Inhale, arch the spine, open the chest. Exhale, curl up through the spine. You can send your weight closer to your lower back and knees. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, curl. And move through your cat and cows on your own timing. Inhale and exhale. And then allow yourself to play with your head and your tailbone and your arch in any way that feels good to you this morning. Inhale and exhale. Allowing your body to follow your intuition. And then come back to center. Inhale, lift the right knee and thigh up with the foot flexed at a 90-degree angle with the calf and the knee. Bring the knee out to the side, into the chest, and then press back up. So moving, making a circle, opening up the hip. Inhale and exhale. And then reverse that circle. Bring the knee into the chest, to the side, and then up. Inhale and exhale. Going deeper into our range of motion by also strengthening our glutes and lower. Inhale through the nose. Be aware of your core. And exhale, lift the other left leg up. Knee goes out to the side, into the chest, and up. Side, into the chest, and up. Once more in this direction. And reverse the circle. Knee to the chest, to the side, and up. The chest, side, up. One more. And lower, open the knees. Sit the hips back into your child's pose. Arms comes out in front of you. Rest your forehead. Press the space between your eyebrows into the mat. And if it feels good, you can rock your forehead from side to side. Come back to your intention. Walk your hands to your knees. Roll all the way up. Bring the knees together. Tuck the toes under. Sit back on your heels. Feel the stretch in the arches of your feet. We're going to do our lion's breath. So lion's breath is when you stick out your tongue and you have this hyoid bone in your throat, and it lifts that bone as you make the sound. You lift up and under your diaphragm. You make that sound as you stick your tongue out and you bring your gaze to your nose. First, let's open and close our hands as fast as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze tightly, squeeze your elbows at your side. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your face. Squeeze all the muscles in your body. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Open your hands. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lion's breath. One more, inhale, squeeze. Squeeze even tighter. Exhale, lion's breath. And wiggle your mouth and your jaw and your eyes, and then pat your feet out. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees off and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slingshot back to your downward facing dog. Look at your feet. They should be about 2 fist widths apart. Palms still press into the mat. Bend one knee and then the other. First down dog of the day. You can sigh it out. And then come back to your Ujjayi breath. Come up onto your toes, back to your heels, onto your toes, back to your heels. Then come onto the right leg. Just bend the left knee. And then come up onto the toes of the right and lower and up. Lower, and then to the left. Lift the left heel, lower, up, lower, both feet down. Inhale, come up on the toes and roll through the spine, all the way into a plank, where the shoulders are slightly in front of the wrists. Bend the knees, slingshot back. Inhale, roll through the spine, through your plank. Bend the knees, slingshot back. 2 more of these. Try to articulate through each vertebra each time. And slingshot back. 1 more. From here, lift the right leg high. Keep the hips parallel. Bring the knee to the nose. Reach back. Knee to the nose to bring your foot in between your feet. Breathe. Try to lengthen your spine here so that the crown of the head isn't facing the mat, but out long to the other side of the room. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the back, the left knee cap pulled up. Inhale, high lunge, reach both arms up. Keep the bend in your front knee at a 90-degree angle. Keep the feeling of tucking your tailbone so that you feel a stretch in your left hip flexor and the back thigh pulled up as much as you can. Shoulders square. Inhale. Exhale. Turn into warrior 2. Spin open the left thigh, left foot parallel with the outside of your mat. Arms reach in opposite directions. Keep the bend in your front knee. And breathe. How can you create space in your body here? How can you create space in your mind? Sometimes I think of space as creating possibility. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flip the right palm up, reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, exhale, spiral back to your low lunge, back to your plank. You can lower knees, chest, chin, or you can move from plank to down dog, or you can do your full vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Hang here for a second. Grab opposite elbows. Let your upper body rest on your thighs. And in this moment, we let our shoulders come up to our ears. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms to heart center. Big toes together. Heels apart. All 10 toes on the mat. Inner thighs squeeze together. Rib cage is still lifting off the hips, still expanding in the torso. Let your hands come down. Roll your shoulders back and down. Mountain pose. And focus on something. Create a focus. I like to look at the space between where the wall meets the ceiling. And this is your drishti, your focal point. And see if you can create a focal point in each of your postures. And notice when you create a focal point, if the chatter in your mind changes. Breathe into your body here. And then come to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Meet back into our plank. Slingshot down dog. Left leg reaches up long. Keep the hips squared. Bring the left knee to the nose. Reach back up. Left knee all the way through to your low lunge. Option to also place the knee down here. Otherwise, kneecap is pulling up. Crown of the head forward, inhale. Exhale, ground down through the left foot to push into the mat to reach up into your high lunge. My back heel is lifted off. Be aware of your pelvis, engagement in your core. Palms face one another. Inhale. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Right foot is, the knife edge of the right foot is parallel with the side of the mat. Avoid leaning forward. Keep the crown of the head over the tailbone. Arms reach in opposite directions equally. And create your focal point here. See if you can go a little bit lower. Inhale, flip the left palm up, reach forward to reverse warrior. Left shoulder down. right shoulder down. Create space for your neck. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale, spiral back to your low lunge, back to your plank. Move through your flow. In through the nose, exhale, sigh it out. Send your gaze in between your hands. Walk, or you can hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bend your right knee. And send your gaze to the right. And try to send your gaze all the way up to the ceiling without twisting so much in the torso. Just seeing if your eyes can reach up to the ceiling. Back down. Straighten the right knee. Bend the left. Turn the head to the left. Send the gaze up to the ceiling. Straighten the left. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms to heart center. Press the palms equally against one another. And notice when you press the palms together, the space between the shoulder blades expand. Feel the same opposition, like two magnets held together. Release your right foot. And then place your right foot against your calf. Feel the same opposition of your hands with your calf and your right foot. The knee is actively moving out to the side. I'm using my glutes here. I'm using the rotation of my inner thighs. Come back to your intention. Inhale. As you exhale, release the foot. Bring the knee towards the armpit as high as you can. Hold. Try not to let the torso move at an angle. Cross like a seatbelt to engage your core. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Stand on both feet. And then other side. Left foot. Notice, how are your palms? Still pressing. Foot to the calf. Knee actively moving to the side. Hips stay squared. Create your drishti, your focal point. Imagine the melting of your standing leg, like your foot is growing roots into the ground. And bring the knee up to the armpit. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. And take a little bounce. Let your voice out. to sway from side to side, letting the bounce fall away and letting your arms feel the air around you, surrounding you, and let your head kind of lag. So you see behind you, your torso moves and that initiates your head. It's not forcing anything, but allowing the momentum of your own body. And then come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, notice where your body falls. Bring the feet together or slightly apart. Inhale. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. Lift the toes off and then send them down, but keep the weight in your heels. If this bothers your shoulders, make a goalpost with your arms. Sit even farther. See if you can rest your torso on your thighs. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way up. This time, when we sit back in our chair, we're going to twist. As we twist, first just watch. As you twist, make sure your knees stay in one line. So make sure when you twist, one knee doesn't come forward. My knees are separating here, but they stay together. And the aim is to try to get your palms between your chest. You can also use a fist. So come up together. Inhale. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Take your left elbow to your right knee. Press, twist, send the gaze up to the ceiling. Feel with every exhale that you are wringing out water, like your spine is a towel. Twists help remove lactic acid in the body, which is why it's important to drink water after. Back to the center, come up. Inhale, exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, exhale. This time go all the way down. Sit on your heels. Come up onto your toes, lift your heels. And sit back down. Send the heels down, slowly straighten the legs. Drop the crown of the head, roll up through the spine very slowly for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way up. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus arms. Open the chest. Inhale, arms down. Bring the right leg. Take hold of the right leg with the left hand. And bring the foot to the hip flexor. Let the knee fall. Squeeze the glutes. If you can hold your foot here without your hand, you can let go of your hand. Inhale and exhale. Be aware of your diaphragm. focal point. And release the right leg, left leg. Notice any differences between the sides. Keep your hips and your shoulders square. And release the left foot. Open the feet slightly wide, heels in, toes out. A little bit wider than your hips. Inhale, palms will make a triangle above your head. Exhale, bring the elbows to the knees as you sit in a squat, and then reach back up. Inhale, exhale, lion's breath as we go into the squat, or goddess pose. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale, 2 more. 1 more. Bring the palms together here. Open the chest, try not to curl forward. Stack the crown of the head over the tailbone as much as you can. Elbows press against the knees. Now, take the right arm in front of the right knee. And if you have a strap or a towel, you can use that here. Otherwise, same thing with the strap as otherwise. So you reach your right arm around, and then you reach your left hand to meet your right and try to interlock your hands. Otherwise, you can use a strap and pull to reach your hands together. Think of the left armpit opening rather than collapsing. The left knee is still opening. And breathe. Release. Switch to the other side. Left arm comes in front. Right arm reaches behind to interlace the hands. Right armpit opening. And release. Sit back onto your sit bones. Bring the right knee in front and reach the left leg back into a pigeon. And use your hands to get up and over that left hip flexor. Walk your hands up to either sides of your hips. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Again, as we did in the beginning of class, use your hands to prop up your head. Otherwise, place both forearms like 2 bookends on the mat and rest your forehead. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Use your hands to come all the way up. Option to stay here, or option for our King Pigeon. We did this, I think, last week. If not last week, it was the week before. What you do, you bend your back leg. If this is enough, this is enough. Otherwise, take your left arm to reach for the inside of your foot. Keep the shoulders squared as much as you can. Press the foot into the hand. And you'll feel an activation of your leg. This is the first part. And then bring you can stay here, stretching your quad, or bring the crease of your elbow into your foot. From here, stay here, or reach the right arm up and over to interlace your hands. Press the back of the head against the right arm. Instead of letting it collapse forward, press to open the chest. And this is your King Pigeon. Inhale, exhale, release the right arm, release the quadricep. You can also have your foot against the wall in this pose to help if you can't reach there, but you want to have the bend in your knee. And we'll come out of that by just bringing the left leg in. On the right sit bone, roll around. Bring all the weight to the right sit bone. And you can kind of use your core to maneuver on your right hip. But the purpose of this is to kind of massage our glute. And we'll swing the legs around. Right leg reaches back, up and over. We usually come to this from our down dog. If you want to do that today, you can do that as well. Come up onto your fingertips, hands to either side of your hips. Same thing as we did in our high lunge, where we had one leg straight back and the front knee bent. We were tucking our tailbone under to move our hip flexor forward to get that stretch. It's a little bit harder in this posture because our hips are in contact with the ground. But try to tuck your tailbone. It'll be very slight. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands. Rest your forehead. Sometimes in this posture, or any posture really, we'll have certain emotions arise, but especially in the hip opening postures, because we keep a lot of emotional tension in our hips and our hip flexors. Breathe into that space, whatever space means to you in this moment. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, walk your hands all the way back up. Stay here or bend the back knee. Reach around to grab the inside of the foot. You'll notice if your hips are square or not, depending when you bend your knee. If the knee coming to the side, then your hips weren't as square as they could have been. Press the foot against the hand. I feel a little bit of an opening in my shoulder. And then allow the knee to bend deeper. Stay here, or crease the elbow with the foot, up and over to interlace the hands. Press the back of the head against the hand. And again, find your focal point. In through the nose, out through the nose. Two more breaths here. Last one. Release. Bring the legs around. Left sit bone with the legs up. And massage out the glutes. Keep breathing. And come back to the center. Bottom of the feet together. Roll the shoulders, open the chest. Use the elbows to press the knees down and hinge forward at the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, lengthen the spine from the tailbone. Feel as if you're arching your lower back in an effort to create a flat back. And fold deeper. Inhale and exhale. Drop your head, curl your spine. Inhale, roll all the way up. Sit up nice and tall. Send your legs out. Shake them. Open and close them. And from here, take your right foot, place it in the crease of your hip flexor, like we did standing. You'll feel the pressure, it won't be entirely comfortable, but a lot of things will feel uncomfortable. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, reach for the outside of your left foot, outside edge. And release your head and neck. You can also use your strap or your towel here around your foot and use that resistance to pull. Inhale, exhale, roll the way up. Extend the leg and bring the left foot. Left arm up. Reach for the outside edge of my right foot. Inhale. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale. And then exhale, come all the way up. Shake your legs. Come up onto your tailbone. Hug your knees into your chest and rock back and forth on your spine a few times without touching your toes onto the mat and without touching the back of your head. Last one. Nice and tall, boat pose. Calves parallel with the mat. Open the chest. Sit up even taller. Roll down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way back up. And roll down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax down. The palms of the hands fall open. Bring the knees into the chest. And then take your hands, squeeze your knees to your chest, tuck your chin into your chest. And as tight of a ball as you can. And hold, inhale, and exhale. Release down. Let your palms fall open and let your thighs fall open. Close your eyes. In through the nose. You can sigh out through the mouth. Feel the energy flow. Bottom of the feet. Release. Pelvis melts into the mat. Space between the eyebrows, relax. And I'll call you out when it's time. Shoulders relax into the mat. And then begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And roll onto one side into a fetal position with your elbows and knees towards your chest. Allow this posture to be the rebirth of your practice. Your practice both on and off the mat. Space permeates everything. Things happen to us all the time that open up the space. This spaciousness, this wide open, unbiased, unprejudiced space is inexpressibly and fundamentally good and sound. It's like the sky. Whenever you're in a hot spot or feeling uncomfortable, whenever you're caught up and don't know what to do, you can find someplace where you can go and look at the sky and experience some freshness, free of hope and fear, free of bias and prejudice, just completely open. And this is accessible to us all the time. Space permeates everything, every moment of our lives. Use the strength of your arms to come up into a seated position. Take your time. Keep your eyes at a soft downward gaze, or you can close your eyes. Rub your palms together. And feel the energy between your hands as you open your palms. Wash that over your face and your body and out. Bring your palms to heart center. Take a minute to thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for showing up for yourself. Remember that you can always come back to your breath. We'll end class with one unified Om. Inhale through the nose. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. We bow to that which is divine. Namaste.